Hello and welcome to MedEvidence Articles, where we encourage community research and education with weekly articles. I'm your host, Benton Loeyball, and this week we're talking about the difference between Alzheimer's and normal aging. Alzheimer's anxiety: what's normal, what's not, and when to act. Alzheimer's disease is probably my biggest fear. Unfortunately, this means the anxiety surrounding it can also be debilitating. If I forget a coworker's name, is that a sign? What if I forget that pizza is not on my diet? Jokes aside, worrying about Alzheimer's can interfere with daily life. So how can you differentiate between the normal lapses we all get, changes due to aging, and the serious brain alterations that occur during Alzheimer's dementia? On the MedEvidence podcast, neurologist Stephen Tenges describes the key factor of Alzheimer's.
It's important to understand that there are normal changes that are associated with aging, but we do not lose our memory as we age. If there's memory loss, there is something wrong. There is damage.
He continues by having us imagine
somebody put the milk in the cabinet. I just ask, where does the milk go? And the patient will say, in the refrigerator. And so that just illustrates the point that the person knows that the milk goes in the refrigerator. They didn't forget that it goes in the refrigerator.
They just weren't paying attention to what they were doing. A patient with Alzheimer's would not remember where the milk goes. This differentiation between brain changes due to normal aging and those due to Alzheimer's can pose real challenges for doctors. Diagnosing Alzheimer's can be a long and complex process. Many of the steps to diagnose Alzheimer's are investigations into other things that may be causing mental changes. If a person exhibits memory loss, a doctor may look at overall health, medicines, and other personality changes. They may order cognitive tests that measure memory, attention, problem-solving, counting, and language skills. Blood, urine, and tests for other psychiatric conditions may help rule out conditions that have similar symptoms, like depression. And if there are no indications that another condition may be causing Alzheimer's-like symptoms, a physician may order a test of biomarkers. These tests look for proteins associated with Alzheimer's using imaging, like a positron emission tomography or PET scan, or by analyzing the cerebrospinal fluid which surrounds the brain and spinal cord. Unfortunately, there are currently no cures for Alzheimer's dementia, though clinical trials are actively attempting to fill this void. Early diagnosis may be particularly important for those seeking a clinical trial for Alzheimer's because the disease gets worse over time. We may not be able to reverse the effects of Alzheimer's dementia, but the earlier a patient receives treatments being developed, the more effective they can be at preventing decline. Thanks for joining us on this week's episode of MedEvidence Articles. If you'd like to know more, all of our descriptions are linked in the podcast description below. You can also visit our website at medevidence.com. MedEvidence helps answer the question of who can you trust for medical information. The MedEvidence platform provides valuable information about many medical issues and the insights of evidence-based medicine. MedEvidence educates audiences through engaging and entertaining magazines, podcasts, videos, articles, and presentations. We strive to bring together diverse voices of top-level medical professionals, researchers, and experts to provide unique and engaging content that uncovers the truth behind the data. For more great content, including discussions by physicians and subject matter experts, check out the MedEvidence podcast. My name is Benton, and we'll see you next week.